Today, there is no room for defeat. Today, when the lights drop, nobody on this team will doubt that we did enough, practiced enough, pushed their teammates enough. You do not shine under the bright lights. The bright lights only reveal the work you have done in the dark. Everyone is in this together. Today, it takes the entire herd to be stable.
Hey Mustang fans, welcome to Sheyenne High School for the match tonight between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Valley City Highliners, and your Sheyenne Mustangs. I'm Aaron Knodel. Joining me tonight is Chris Zink. Zink, we've been looking at this match on the calendar for a long time against Valley City, and then it got stormed out, and here we are finally for what looks to be likely the match of the EDC regular season. How excited are you to see this thing tonight?
This is fantastic. This is what this is what you're hoping for. You want relevance. You want to be at the top. You want to be the cream of the crop. And these are the kind of matches you got to be in first of all, and then hopefully the kids perform. Hopefully they have a good day, and we'll see what happens.
So this is a triangular, obviously. So the Mustangs coming in to the triangular 6-0. They had an 84-0 defeat of. The Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, and so now they are sitting at 7-0 in the EDC. Valley City follows it up with a big win of their own, and so now we have two undefeated teams looking for the number one seed going into the EDC tournament. So, Zink, we got to say, what is it that we're looking for out of the match tonight between these, what looks to be the two powerhouses in the East?
There's, each team has got some outstanding individuals, and each team is solid top to bottom. Okay, so when the outstanding individuals match up, you're probably going to have a decision. So that's going to be 3 team points one way or the other. When there's some of those swing matches that could go either way, you want to win the swing matches. We've certainly probably wrestled most of the Valley City kids at some point this year. So the matches, if it was a 5-4 match for them earlier, we got to swing that. We got to get it to 5-4 our side. And if we won 7-0 last time, we got to bump it to 8-0 so we can get a major decision.
Yeah, and for me, that's kind of what I'm looking for here. You're talking about those tight matches that maybe could go one way or the other. Are we going to get the advantage in those matches? And then when we do have the advantage, do we get the technical falls? Do we get the major decisions? Do we score those extra points? Or conversely, if they have an advantage, and maybe we got some injuries tonight. Maybe we got a kid that hasn't had a lot of varsity experience, but can they hold on and maybe not win the match, but at least avoid kind of some of those point losses?
Yeah, it's I don't want to overstate the obvious, but when you have a chance to pin a kid, you got to put them away. And when you're on your back, you have to work hard. You have to work hard for yourself, and you got to work hard for the team to minimize the kind of things like that. So a lot of history coming into tonight's matchup. Obviously, we said 84-0 in the triangular tonight. Probably the first time, at least in our memory. Probably in all likelihood, young school here. First time our school has ever pitched a shutout. And 84-0, you can't get better than that. So a lot of history happened, and it wasn't just there. Last week we beat Fargo Davies. First time in history that our school beat Davies. They won 41-28 last Thursday. So that was pretty impressive. So we have a lot of firsts going into this, and we certainly want to build momentum going in the last 2.5 weeks of the season. A big chance for another first tonight. Win this duel. It's the first time we beat Valley City, and first time we come one out of the EDC for state duels. So let's talk a little bit about
how we could maybe gain a little bit of momentum kind of into this last few weeks here. So we had the Metro Duels this last weekend. As a team, we ended up being 1-4, but we did obviously face some of the major powerhouses of the West, all three Bismarck schools. We were able to beat Turtle Mountain. We did lose to Williston as well. And so over the weekend, we obviously we had a lot of litmus test matches where we saw how do we match up against these big schools out west that have kind of been the dominant forces. But it's probably good for some of our kids to kind of just see where we're at.
100%. Sometimes you can talk to a blue in the face as a coach. Hey, everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. This, that, and the other. Let's go out and wrestle them, and then the kids see that they can compete, and then you go back to the practice room and in your brain, you can compete, so you're going to train like that. You're not going to train like you're going out there to get thumped. And hopefully, again, when we see these guys down the road, we walk out on the mat with thinking we're going to win versus, I just want to hang on.
And this, obviously what's at stake tonight, we know in all likelihood, and it's obviously sports, you never know what's going to happen, but in all likelihood, the winner of tonight's match is going to get the number 1 seed in the EDC. Which means, that changes things significantly who your matchup is going into the state. You get that number 1 seed, you're facing the 4 seed. You end up at the 2 seed, you're going against the 3. And so, obviously you don't want to overestimate the importance of this match tonight, but we all probably know the importance of those seedings going into that state tournament.
Yep. Last year, first time in program history that we made the state dual tournament. And that was fantastic. We had some good wins along the way to get there. And then the reward for that is you wrestle Bismarck High, who's perennially one of the best teams in the state and certainly the region. So, you go there and they hand out a couple butt whoopings. So you want four from the east wrestles 1 from the west first round, and conversely then 1 from the east will wrestle 4 from the west. So there's going to be 4 good West teams at the state dual tournament, but you probably like your chances a hair better against number 4 than number 1.
Yeah, and looking at the rest of the season, at least for the Mustangs, Sheyenne has next week a duel with Fargo North next Tuesday, and their final duel is next Thursday against Moorhead, which obviously is a non-conference duel. So really kind of for the Mustangs, the season is nearly over in terms of those matches. And so really, you have a lot of things that you have to look to in the next 2.5 weeks. Tonight probably determines the seeding, but, talking to Lundy and I think one of the things that you also want to look at in these last 2.5 weeks is are your boys healthy? Are they making sure they're wrestling their best at the end? And those are 2 things that we have to consider in tonight's match as well.
Yep, yeah, and you wrestle for the postseason. These duels are fantastic. They're good for the kids. They're good for the fans. A lot of times you're pointed towards the state tournament, right? So these last 2 weeks you sharpen your skills and you do, having two wrestlers that live in my house, I encourage the teenage boys to do everything they can to stay healthy. And that includes good practices, good sleep, taking care of your school business.
And some of that does ultimately turn into a little bit of luck. Sometimes kids get sick. Certainly we have COVID going around. We have all sorts of people getting sick. But you also have to avoid injury and make sure that your body is feeling good. So there's a lot of things that can play out. And certainly tonight, in terms of who were able to wrestle tonight, there's a little bit of shuffling because we maybe aren't full force, but you would expect that the team across from you as well has to do a little bit of shuffling because that's just kind of the natural order of things when you play sports.
Yep, long season. You add in sickness / illness / COVID, and everybody's got. There's a period of time each season where you feel like you're limping through with sick kids and injured kids, and you hope everybody's healthy at the right time.
So, are there any matches tonight, Chris, that we need to look at and say, hey, we've seen these guys kind of go head-to-head a couple of times already, and, this may be one of those swing kind of matches. Is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Well, Carter Zink at 126 has wrestled their guy before, Tucker Johnson. Carter beat him 5-0, so it was a pretty tightly contested match. But you could also say he bumps it up a couple more points, and that's a major decision instead of a regular decision.
Sure.
So 126 is one. If there's some question about Valley City's lineup and who's going to be where, but Ethan Miller from Valley City and Connor Mansky have split this year. So if those two wrestle, those are big team points for either team.
So we are starting with a couple of junior varsity matches, it looks like, tonight. So I'll let you call this, Chris, and then we'll kind of get back to the varsity strategy as we go.
About 30 seconds in here in the first JV match. A little bit of the feeling out process. Hand fighting, head snapping. Oh. Grab the leg. Yep. Push into her. Push into her and half Nelson. Yep, keep it. Push into her. Push. Okay, there's a takedown.
So Mustangs now up 2-0 in this JV match. 47 seconds to go left in the first. It's good to see a nice crowd tonight, Zink, wouldn't you say?
Yep, Valley City obviously just down the road, and they travel well. They support the program, and Mustang fans are showing up tonight, so hoping we can put on a good show. I have zero doubt there's going to be some tight matches. I have zero doubt the fans will be entertained, so we're glad you're watching. Next time, if you're able to make it, come on by.
17 seconds to go in the first here. 2-0 still in favor of the Mustangs.
Half Nelson there. Get to the side. Now settle on top. Chest on chest. Ooh. Time.
Good opportunity to close the first there, but time was on the favor of the Valley City wrestler.
Cheyenne's choice, second period. She chooses top. .40 to start the second period.
Nice escape there.
We may not. There's takedown for Cheyenne to her back.
Let's see if able to finish this match off.
40 seconds.
A lot of time left here, 40.
Too near fall. We haven't had a lot of opportunities for girls JV matches this year. North Dakota sanctioned girls wrestling as a sport beginning this year. So,
you know, obviously in its first year, it is nice to see the numbers already. I'm sure there was probably some question for some teams, how many girls can we get out? But, Mustang's doing a nice job of recruiting. And, probably for fans, it's just refreshing to see that this sport is expanding into, both on the women's and men's side.
Yep. Cheyenne has, I believe, 5 or 6 girls. And then seems, in talking with coaches around the state, that seems to be a fairly consistent number. A lot of teams have 5.
It is nice to see, too, because, we regionally we have some college programs that actually do field a women's wrestling team, so it's nice that we can actually have the opportunity to push some of those into that college ranks. So it looks like that was the one JV match that we were going to hold here as we see the lights start to dim. And Zink, man, it's time.
It's time. If we don't have Michael or Bruce Buffer here, I'm a little disappointed, but we'll go without.
I know that
them.
phrase is copyrighted, so I won't let you I won't make you say it, but it is time to rumble, isn't it?
Yep. Ready or not, here we go.
If you're not excited for this match, I don't know, man. This is what we've been waiting on, and certainly I know the coaches are excited. The boys are excited. It's going to be a good one.
and the anticipation just continues to build.
I get you up here, Zink, and I have you call this stuff, but you are a parent, so I did ask you as you come up here, you do feel a little bit of butterflies, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm sure the kids are feeling that too, but that's kind of the beauty of sports. You got to have those nerves. If you don't feel them, you're probably not very good at this sport or any sport.
We have had that conversation with many youth wrestlers in the past about they get nervous and they don't know how to handle their nerves. They don't know what to do. And I always told them it's good to be nervous because it shows that you care. If you're not nervous, you probably don't care. So. Currently showing the Mustang hype video on the big screen here, getting the fans ready, getting the kids ready. Curious to see what the starting weight will be for the duel. Obviously strategy goes into these things, and sometimes you might adjust your lineup one way or the other based on the starting weight of the duel and how the duel's going to that point. So, folks, it's time. If you got a favorite beverage, grab it, sit down and watch.
And the Sheyenne Mustangs. We extend a special welcome to our guests from Valley City. This event between the Highliners and Mustangs will be conducted under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. The North Dakota High School Activities Association, the Eastern Dakota Conference, and school.
We're live here, folks. Just waiting for the starting lineups, waiting for the national anthem. We will be set to go momentarily.
And respect. They invite you to support their effort. Together, let us all help create an environment for high school competition that we can be proud of. And now for the introduction of tonight's matches. Starting us off at 160 pounds for the Highlanders, Ryer Muskie.
So starting at 160 tonight, Zink. Is there any advantage to having some randomness to that?
I think.
Is there a weight that maybe would have been to our advantage? Does that play out at all? I mean, obviously, you're going to have to wrestle at all the numbers.
I'm going to say no for us. We have our best lineup. And I don't know that much is going to change that.
Sure.
There's not, they're strong at some weights. We're strong at some weights. Nobody pays me to coach, but from where I'm sitting, we're gonna wrestle it to a degree. We're gonna wrestle it straight up and see how it goes.
Crowd favorite Theron Parson.
Theron generated excitement at Metro Duels. It was fantastic. He got a couple of big wins. The crowd was into it. The kids were into it.
He did end up getting a pin against the heavyweight from Bismarck High. The coaches did tell me that in the hallway the next morning. He walked down the hallway with a big grin on his face. He said to the coaches, "Hey, you ever seen anybody pin a kid from Bismarck High before?" So, I mean, that's who Theron is.
And credit to the kid. He's come a long way. He obviously started the year with very little experience, no experience. So big credit there for the Mustangs, for developing a skill, for having a great attitude, and I have zero doubt that it carries over the rest of the team. Just super likable kid and super magnetic personality that other kids take to, so they'll feed off
at
of
145 pounds for the
That being
Highlanders.
said, if Darren gets a win tonight, that would be massive for the
For
team.
the Mustangs, Connor Mansky.
Massive.
Yeah, Connor!
At 152 pounds for the Highlanders, Ethan Miller.
You could
For the Mustangs,
realistically
Kellen
announce
Hornet.
that I'm going out there to wrestle tonight against one of the Valley City
The
kids.
Highlanders
Really,
are
this
coached
doesn't
by head
mean a
coach
whole
Aaron
lot
Larson,
other than
assistant
it's
coaches
a nice
Trevor Hansen,
intro to the
Miller,
duel, right?
Davey Zinke.
But
Mustangs are
if
coached
things
by
play
head
out
coach
like
Wes
they're
Lundy,
showing
assistant
here,
coaches Lane Lundy, Logan
man,
Lundy,
it's
and
gonna
Zach
be tight.
Irby.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So now we're going to get over to the national anthem, I believe. So we'll take a quick break so that you guys can listen into this, and we'll be back to give you some more commentary after the national anthem.
Guy Kimball and Corey Herlickson. We ask for your support of our meet officials and respect for their administering the rules of high school wrestling. Today's medical coverage is provided by Essentia Health, the official sports medicine team for West Fargo Athletics. Your certified athletic trainers are Allie Hoffman and Dimitri Hospitales. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand if you are able, remove any headwear, and remain at attention as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by 9-year-old Isabel Mansky.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, Izzy!
Well, Zink, she's only 9. I can't wait to see what she does in the future. She's done quite a few of these for us now. Every time gives you a little bit of goosebumps to hear Isabel Mansky.
When I was 9 years old, I was walking around with sloppy Joe on the front of my shirt. So.
And now, at our age, we just carry 2 sloppy joes, spill them all over our shirts. So,
I just wear the sloppy Joe under my shirt now.
all right. So,
We got the captains out here. This is a
They're all really good, but yeah.
strategy-wise, this can be crucial. So as we've talked in the past, if you win the flip and you choose odd or even, whatever you choose in your match, the odd or even matches, you have to report to the table first, and you get your choice in the second period. So in a sense, strategy-wise, it's kind of big because whoever in the odd matches, you have to show your hand first, right? So you got to show your cards and say we're wrestling this guy. And if you're moving people around for matchup purposes, when you show first, obviously you're. So Valley City looks like Valley City's odd.
So, I think we are starting at 160 here. So, I guess we do have one advantage, I think. I said the reason I asked a little bit about strategy-wise is because we are bringing out our senior captain. It is Kellen Hornet going to be wrestling at 160 tonight, I believe. And so, that is a good way to kind of rally around the troops, right?
Yep. Hey, send your guy out first. All right, here we go. It's time, baby. So if I'm Kellen, he's pretty strong on his feet. He's pretty strong on top. Ethan, I've seen Ethan wrestle since he was about 7 years old. So he obviously is skilled.
Both guys feeling each other out here.
Yep. First takedown. If you can get a takedown on the first, shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. That was my mistake. Folks, this is a live broadcast, and as I've mentioned before, I am not an unbiased party. I have my biases. So
we're sitting at 2-0 here. Obviously, the Highliners get the first strike first here, but a lot of time left. 1:20 to go in the first.
Okay, Kellen, he's got to get hand control. Ethan's going to try. He's going to try to trap his arm towards his body, and he's going to roll him over in a tilt. And he's also got a good half Nelson. So there. Okay, now 2-1. About a minute to go here in the first. I think Kellen's strategy's got to be on his head. He doesn't want to let Ethan shoot from space. Control the ties. Okay, now reattack. So
pretty good job, yeah. Looked like maybe he was going to be able to attack from that position. Unable to do so. So 1 point down right now.
When you hear me yell and scream reattack, it's on that break there. Good.
There's
Up.
Good shoot.
Up.
Oh, great
Now
move there by
keep
Kellen.
him down. It's a massive 15 seconds right here. Keep him down.
1 point advantage going with 10 seconds to go in the first. Not going to try to.
Yep.
Oh, just barely gets the escape here with 5 seconds left.
Okay, here tied at. Hey.
We said it was going to be tight all night, and here we go. Kellen does a great job of, taking the advantage there. And with just a couple seconds left, Valley City able to tie it up here. So here we're sitting in the second period now, 3-3.
Kellen, obviously one takedown apiece, one escape apiece. To me, this position right here is going to be where Kellen can, if he gets out of this match without giving up any near fall, I think he's in a good spot. Ethan, super tough on the wrist and super tough on the half. Kellen's got to keep coming up. He doesn't want to let Ethan make him. He doesn't want to carry Ethan's weight for 4.5 minutes.
Just wears on you after a while.
Yep.
1:30 to go in the second here.
Head and shoulders up there. Come up. That'll boy.
And there he does get the escape. So
now he needs to go back in his brain and say what was successful. Okay, he is gonna have success on his feet when he's getting after the attacks, waiting around. When there's a phrase when you wait around to see what somebody's got, they'll usually show you.
Yep.
So let's not wait.
54 seconds to go in the second here. Both wrestlers feeling each other out again.
Yep. Get on the
Nobody
head.
wants to make the big mistake, but
Up.
good speed there again by Kellen, and he's able to drive him back down.
40 to go.
Now, if he can ride him here for the next 35, but he's still got a 2-point advantage. Kellen's speed here on the couple takedowns, paying dividends. 23 seconds left.
When he goes down to his knees, he's got to snap his head down. Okay, he goes down to his knees, hoping you're gonna lunge at him, and when you do that, he'll come off his knees and shoot. When he goes down to his knees, snap his head down on the mat. He won't go down to his knees anymore. You can't lunge at him though. Don't walk into anything.
10 seconds to go here. Looks like Valley City content with just letting this time run out as well. And Kellen will as well. So
Valley City's choice in the
Chris,
third.
going into the third. How you feel about this one?
I like where Kellen's at. He got 2 takedowns so far. 2 takedowns to 1.
See if he can wear down his opponent here.
Kellen makes some money on top. So he's not just trying to hang on here. He's trying to turn him. He's fully capable of turning him. He's got to keep his hips up, though. He does not want to lay down on the mat, have either hip go down on the mat. He wants to keep on top, keep pressure forward on the Valley City kid. Oh, boy. That was
Job hanging on there. 1:30 to go.
Second referee confirmed there was no locking hands. Now he's got to come up, though. He's got to come up. Good. Good. Keep forward. With a 2-point lead, I'm telling my wrestler, keep the pressure on, right? And realistically, as the time continues to click down, we got a minute left. As the time continues to click down, you take less and less risk, right? Ethan's a super talented kid. You don't want to get in a situation where he lets his athleticism and skill take over. So right now, it's a big restart. I don't know what.
54 seconds to go here in the third. 6-4 in favor of Kellen.
I don't like that break by the official. We're riding him hard. We just rode him for a minute and returned him just like you want to the mat, and he gives Ethan a 20-second break to recover. So Kellen, stay parallel. Okay, back to the mat. Back to there.
There you go. So now we're sitting at 40 seconds.
And now I mentioned it before. Now you take less risk.
Yes.
Like, you don't have a stalling call against you. You can take a stall warning, which is just a warning. I do not come off his hips parallel right here. I get him off the mat. Oh, boy.
Get him into 20 seconds now.
Okay, so I'm going to say that was smart wrestling by Ethan. He was not in a good situation, so he got off the mat. We got to wrestle smart right here. If he gives up an escape,
You still got it there.
No harm in giving up.
No harm in that, but 16 seconds to go. It can't be quick.
Okay, there.
Nice job.
I would not do any. I would lay on top of him right here. You're not going to get 2 stall calls against you in 10 seconds.
And you see the excitement from the Mustang faithful.
I guarantee you Valley City was thinking they might get that one. So two talented kids. We advertise this duel as being a good one. This one started off just like that. So
well, that was the one that, I think obviously starting the match, you see the excitement from the coaches, you see the excitement from Kellen, and now the momentum is obviously on the Mustang side, but there's a whole lot left in this one.
Folks, we got that's 1 of 14. So buckle up. As we mentioned in the intro, grab your favorite drink, settle down, and get ready.
So this is Sawyer Carr here.
Let's go, Sawyer! Snap, Sawyer!
And you can already tell, I think the volume has shifted in the gym. It only took about halfway through the first match, and everybody already let some of their tension out, and they said, all right, I'm going to get loud the rest of the way.
Logan Lundy, one of the coaches, I know he works from home, and I'm hoping he doesn't have any conference calls tomorrow because he's going to be primed for computer work. His voice is going to be
His voice is going to be gone.
So Sawyer Carr, in a perfect world, he'd probably be a 152-pounder.
Right.
A little bit undersized for 160, but he's going out and he's doing it for the team. He's, at the moment, he's our best option at 160, and
We're actually at 170 on this one here.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so he's definitely undersized in this one. So this is
super talented, though. I mean, he's got to wrestle in the right spots here. Obviously, this kid is bigger.
Yeah,
but
you can see the weight on the legs and the size difference, but that doesn't always mean that if you can let your speed take advantage here, and that's what he's going to have to look for, I think.
He would like to spend some time on top, so he's not having to wrestle with the bull and fight him out. Oh, come up, Sawyer, come up. That's not come up. He's got to wrestle out of that spot right there, and if that takes him out of bounds, so be it. That's fine, but he needs to circle to. He needs to shuffle his feet to his left. So circle towards us.
And getting close to the edge there, and I think we'll see if, yep.
Good.
So,
okay.
no harm.
20 seconds to go. 19 to go.
19 to go, 0-0. Sawyer doing a nice job here in the first.
Yep. This is a massive match. Obviously, we are shifting our lineup.
Pretty significantly.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'd take about 3 more of those situations for us in the middle of the mat. I think Sawyer can get one of those.
You know, Sawyer undersized here. He's not acting like he's intimidated by wrestling at 170.
No. Oh, boy. Oh, legs back, legs
See
back.
if he's going to get out of there, and he does.
My gosh.
Escapes just in time there. Saved by the bell, perhaps. So still sitting at 0-0. Sawyer going to go down on this one. Going into the second period.
I'm looking. Quick escape here. That's not. We don't want to be flat on the mat. Head and shoulders up here, buddy. Let's go.
Let's go, Sawyer. Up.
Oh, Sawyer, come up. Sawyer's got to get his knees and hips underneath him. There you go. Now come up. Now the head and shoulders are next. Oh, don't. Oh, he's got to break that lock. He's got to break the lock. Nope, don't roll around. Break the lock first. He's got
still no harm.
Now step down.
Almost
step
out.
Down.
Almost out. And
man,
still doing a pretty nice job. 1:17 to go in the second. You know, if he can get an escape here.
First move. Get a first move. I've heard coaches yell when kids brace on the bottom. That's not a move, right? Sawyer needs he needs head and shoulders up. He needs to come up. Right now he's carrying this kid's weight.
And that's a lot to, when you're undersized.
Yep. Kids probably walk. Right now the kid probably weighs 180 pounds. And come up.
Sawyer's almost out of this one if he can step out.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Get away.
And he scores the first point of the match.
Wrestle out of that situation. Get in the spots you want to be in.
So we're sitting at 42 seconds to go in the second here as they lock up.
Head down. Okay, start pulling this guy's head down. Oh, you're shooting right into a brick wall, buddy. Okay, pull his head down. Start snapping his head down to the mat. Wear him out.
Strategy-wise, you probably maybe don't want to go there, but you got to love the fight out of him.
I love the enthusiasm.
So 24 seconds to go here.
No lack of confidence there, so that's good. Pull his head down. Pull his head down. I'd spend every minute I can pulling his head down and see if the kid, sometime, oh boy, get your legs back. Get your legs back and push his head down. No, Sawyer.
He's lifting here now. 3 seconds. I don't know if they're going to be able to get him to and they do get him to. I think they were a couple seconds away maybe from avoiding that. But Valley City does pick up a couple of points with just nanoseconds left on the clock there in the second. So now down 2-1.
I wonder how much time Sawyer wants to be on top. Obviously, if the kid gets away, it's a point. But if you don't feel like you can turn them, and you feel more confident on top in the neutral position, you'll let him go so you have more time in that position, right?
Right.
A lot of it depends on the bottom kid's approach. He won't do much, and a kid that big.
Yeah, and you can see it's like moving a tree trunk right now for Sawyer. That's a lot of weight that he's got to try to throw around. And
what he cannot do right here, he cannot give up a reversal. If he gives up an escape, and
you're still in it, you can. So 1:15 to go.
I would consider letting him go at this point.
Unable to get the guy turned at all, so to speak, but so I think they're going to give him a
stalemate.
Stalemate, all right. 2-1 now, 1:06 to go. Sawyer still on top.
If he doesn't let him go in 10 seconds, he thinks he can turn him, and he's going to try and stay down the whole match.
So at some point you're saying maybe just let the escape happen and see if you can get him another way?
You know, they know our coaches know Sawyer better, and our coaches know this kid better than me. But for 45 seconds, the kid's barely done anything on the bottom, which is the strategy we talked about in the last match, right?
Yep. The back points are going to be tough here. Obviously, he's fought. You expended a lot of energy. 35 seconds to go.
No, they said he was still in control.
Almost had him rolled there, but so now we're sitting at 3-1, and there was the strategy with 15 seconds to play here. So now he's got to get the takedown.
The kitchen sink at this kid. It is inconsequential whether you lose 5-1 or tie it up 3-3. I'm sorry. If you lose 3-1 or lose 5-1, go get him. Throw everything you got in your playbook at him.
5 seconds to go. He's looking to get deep.
So hats off to Sawyer. Obviously wrestling way above his weight class. Does a good job. Battled right to the end.
But, realistically, great match out of Sawyer. He was, like I said, maybe nanoseconds away in the second from avoiding those points. And it could have gone the other direction. And a heck of a job by Valley City, obviously, in the third there to avoid, getting turned.
They're a well-coached team. They know they know what's at stake, too. They've had the same conversations with their athletes this week that I would guess our coaching staff has had with our athletes.
So Maddox Weigel for the Mustangs here.
Tyson Hovland for Valley City. Maddox had a good weekend at Metro Duels. Wrestled well. Obviously, the competition at Metro Duels was premium. So maybe we're looking at wins and losses. Not the most accurate, but he had a good weekend, wins and losses. He showed a lot of good stuff against some premium competition. So 30 seconds in here at 182. Maddox. Ooh.
Trying to get him turned here, and that was, he gets all the way around. So 109 to go here.
Good job coming up, Maddox. Keep coming up, buddy. Yep, keep coming up. Keep coming up, Maddox.
50 seconds to go here now in the first.
Kind of irritates me when the top guy thinks the bottom guy's stalling and he looks at the official when he's laying right on top of him.
Yeah, as though
you have an obligation to turn him as well.
Right.
So that's my commentary on that situation. I'll leave the rest out. So Maddox needs to get his head and shoulder. There
you go. Nice.
Come up. Yes.
And so they does get the escape.
He's yapping at the official. You need to close your mouth, kid. You pushed him off the mat. You want a fleeing the mat point or an escape?
2-1 here.
Ten seconds. Oh, Maddox. Oh, shoot.
Able to pick up a couple there with 5 seconds to finish the first here. And that'll probably do it here. So 4-1 lead.
Valley City defers to us. We go neutral. When you defer, basically you're saying I'll give up my choice this period. I'll take it in the third period. When I was coaching little kids, they'd like to defer because then they thought they had it in their back pocket, and then you get the kid that wants to defer in the third period, and it's like, no, Billy.
You need to go here.
Yeah, you want to take your choice now. You can't defer it to next week.
1:37 to go here in the second. How do you like what Maddox is doing so far?
So far, so good. I mean, this Hovland kid's tough.
If he gets a takedown here, obviously that shifts things considerably into the third.
I would like the match to be competitive going into the third period because Hovland has not been in the lineup the entire season, so I wonder. He might prove me wrong. He might, I would like to see what his conditioning is in the third period.
So now 6-1. Minute 6 to go in the second.
Maddox has got to keep coming up. Build a base with his legs and hips, and then head and shoulders up after that.
So 49 seconds to go. Strategy-wise, trying to think maybe you get an escape here, and are you okay with sitting 6-2 going into the third? Is that the goal, or do you want to try to do a little bit more than that? How aggressive are you closing out these last 45 seconds?
If I get away, I'm going to force the pace, and I'm going to see what happens after that. Like we said, I want to see this match tight in the third and see, Hovland's got more expectation on him, and he's been in and out of the lineup, so I'd like to see what his brain does. Third period with, he's catch him!
Yeah,
Shoot.
Had him for a moment, and a little bit dangerous, and now he's got him maybe getting some back points here. And
yeah, Maddox has got to get his arm free. Now he's got to crawl forward and get his belly button down. He doesn't want to be laying on his hip.
8 seconds to go.
Don't lay on your hip, Maddox. All right, here we go. Let's come up.
So they're going to say 8-1 now.
Okay, I think it's Hovland's choice. He's going down.
And he is going to go down.
As we've mentioned in previous broadcasts, a regular decision, which each team has gotten so far in the duel, is worth 3 team points. That happens when the point spread is 7 or less, right? So right now it's 7.
So we're at 7. So hang on in the third here and avoid that major decision.
I would guess if towards the end of this match, it's going to get pretty fiery on each sideline with, basically this is a situation we talked about. If you got beat bad last time, and these two haven't wrestled, but you got beat bad last time, you got to keep it close.
Yep.
You got to be battling for every team point's going to matter tonight.
And that's what we talked about before, too, is, if they're looking to get those bonus points from the technical foul or the major decision, you avoid those, and that might be the difference in a match like this tonight.
Yep. Okay, now here, Maddox got a minute and 15 to battle for the team right here. He's down 10. He's not out of it yet, like we talked about boxing. Boxing is like wrestling. If you pin the guy, doesn't matter what the score was at the time of the pin. Boxing, you can be behind on every scorecard and knock him out. You're still the winner. So
under a minute here now.
Maddox, keep fighting, buddy.
Sitting in that major decision range right now.
See if you can't pick up a cheap reversal. Oh, boy. He's got a circle with him. Now come up. Come on.
So 33 seconds to go. Still sitting at a 10-point advantage.
I like the fight here. He's coming up.
15 to go now in the third. So Maddox hanging on at least in the major decision category. Not going to give up those extra bonus points, it looks like. 3 seconds left.
Okay,
pretty good match there out of Maddox.
That was a good fight. He battled a tough kid for 6 minutes.
So now team advantage goes to Valley City 7-3. Are we going to see big swings at certain weights where it's going to come back? Are they stronger at a certain kind of a weight area?
This kid's tough. Muskie's tough. Obviously, Will's tough. They have a good 220-pounder, which is the next weight class, and they're not. I would guess they would consider moving that 220 up to heavyweight. So the next 3 matches, if I was going to pick 3 matches to determine the duel, this would be the 3.
So I did talk to Will after the Metro duels, and he did say, he felt he had pretty good second day of the tournament, and I think he did say if I remember right. I think he told me he didn't lose on the second day. So
about 40 seconds in here. Valley City with the takedown. They lead 2-0. Will's going to need to come up here.
Will is 24-8 on the season.
If this is your first broadcast, you've probably heard me say come up about 75 times. And if this is not your first broadcast, you've heard me say it way more than that. I'm a big believer that you need to stand up on the bottom.
55 to go in the first.
Oh, he's got to get his hand back. He's got to control his hand. Now come up. See, his weight's off to the side of his body. He's got to come up in those instances.
42 now.
Let's go, Will.
Okay. Consistently, Valley City's got guys that do that roll right there. They trap your wrist. They roll to that trapped wrist and use your own hand to pull you over. How do we stop that? Don't let them get hand control.
32 to go in the first here now.
Come on, Will.
Highliner still hanging on to that 2-0 lead with position over Will.
Now come up. Now you got to come up now.
And it really is kind of just a matter of understanding where the weight is, right?
Yep. As you gain experience as a wrestler, you can feel when the top guy is basically crushing your face into the mat, or if he lets up for a second, and when he lets up,
that's when you got to burst.
That's when you try to stop the face crushing.
So Highliners with 2-0 first period advantage. We're going to go down in the second.
You can hear our coaching staff imploring Will, don't stop moving, and that's a good start. Now he's got to come up. Basically, the whole premise there is you put the top guy on the defense. Instead of him grabbing your wrist and figuring out how he's going to turn you, he spends his time and his mental energy thinking about how he's going to counter what you're doing. So you try and get 1% ahead, then 2%, and by the time you're 10% ahead of the top guy, then you're away. Versus laying on your belly, that guy grinding your face into the mat.
Pretty good burst there. Yep. Well, almost with the escape, and Valley City pushes to the boundary there. 140 to go in the second.
The other thought is the top guy. Eventually, the top guy gets sick of chasing you, and he finally just says, "I'm gonna let him go." I don't. It's like a race. If somebody's always one step faster, eventually you're going to say, I can't keep up with this guy.
So obviously you were a great high school wrestler, and physical part of the game is important. But once you're two good matches, or two good guys wrestling against each other, how much of it turns mental?
Oh well, I mean, you talk about the physical element. If you haven't practiced these things and trained like you want to compete in these matches, you're not going to be able to do it. Assuming you did that,
not what we wanted to see there. 1:14 to go in the second. Now a 4-1 advantage, but
obviously this guy feels better. It feels like he's going to make some money neutral. Back to the mental part, it's huge. Especially, it becomes bigger when guys get tired. Everybody can be fast and strong, and when you have gas in the tank, when your gas tank's empty, your mind has got to help you through that spot.
Right.
Will's got to get his legs back.
So now we're sitting 6-2. Another takedown there. 47 seconds to go in the second. He's going to let him up. 6-3 now.
Snap his head down. Every single time the kid does the same thing.
And you can hear Lex saying, you got to go back to that.
Yes! Snap his head down.
32 seconds to go here in the second.
He's got to pull his head down. This kid's walking. Oh, up!
Got him.
Good move. Good move by that kid. That was good technique by Muskie. You could see him lining it up. Once Will got to his legs to the point where Muskie thought he might get taken down, then he's basically putting Plan B in place, which he did really well. So
8-3 now, and we're under 10 seconds to go in the second. So
I think it's Muskie's choice in the third. My guess, I'm kind of surprised he went down.
So down 5.
Come on,
Will. Still an opportunity to turn this match.
Okay. Forward, he's got, lift. Okay. Okay, Will needs forward pressure, and one. If you watch, if the top guy is on his toes, it probably means he's pushing. He's exerting forward pressure on the bottom guy. That moves the bottom guy's weight to his hands, and he's got to carry the top guy's weight just on his hands, right? Okay, so now Will, look at his. You can see the bottom of his shoes. He's pushing into him.
Pushing, yeah.
Keep pushing. Keep making this kid carry the weight. And oh, my gosh, he's got an arm bar locked up. Okay.
1:18 to go here.
Small opening there, but all right. Keep grinding on him, though. See, Muskie is not coming up as fast and as hard as he did earlier in the period. Keep grinding. Keep doing it. There's a minute left.
There's still a lot of time. See the coaches barking orders here, telling Will what he needs to do in the last minute here of the third. Down 5.
Okay. Chop him out. That's not the spot where you want to give up a point.
So 46 seconds to go here.
Hard breakdown here. Valley City, a lot of guys, they have to do a switch. Forward, Will. Forward. Okay, wrestle him on the mat here. Okay, 30 seconds ago we talked about he wasn't coming up as hard. Now he's laying with his chest on the mat. So we got to get after this.
20 to go here now. Will still looking to turn him.
Oh, forward, or pull him off.
You throw him that direction, you might end up getting a three-pointer. That's getting a little close to the edge there, but now we're at 7 seconds to go.
Let's go, Will.
And they are going to say that an escape point happens, but that eventually becomes kind of moot in this situation, and Valley City comes away with the W on the decision.
Okay, right here, the next match, in this uneducated opinion, determines the duel.
And this is going to be Dawson Galdi.
Obviously, we got a lot of wrestling left, but this one could go either way. Whoever wins this match is probably going to win it by pin, and that's a 12-point swing. Come on, Dawson. Okay.
So it's like we talked about in the
leg back, buddy. Get your legs back. Oh my gosh.
So the first takedown goes to Valley City. Headgear does come off. Official able to grab it and say, "Let's give that back to you."
Come on, Dawson. Come on, buddy. So lots of emotions here, lots of energy flying. We got to make sure we stem the tide. Okay, we can't. Don't get so out of control here that you lose your head, you lose positioning.
Near escape there, but Valley City able to hang on to the ankle for dear life.
Good job, Dawson. Keep coming up. Okay, keep coming up. Okay, now we got his arm clear. When he gets his arm clear, the guy's riding on Dawson's left side. When he gets his arm clear, he needs to stand up immediately. He can't stand up right now. The guy's cranking on his arm, right? Now go. Now you got to come up.
And
when your arm is free, come up.
Almost free. Able to climb back on. 1:07 to go in the first here.
Man, I don't know. This kid is not doing much on top. We've come up. We've made every attempt, and in this situation, every attempt has been ours. So keep
Still got a lot of enthusiasm in the gym, though.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh!
37 seconds to go. There you go, Dawson.
Break them down. Forward. We talked about it with Will. Now grind on top. There's only 30 seconds left in the period, right? It's not a lot of time, but you can set the tone for the rest of the match right here. Let the kid know that you intend to be here for as long as it takes to win the match. Dawson, keep pushing it. He's an offensive guard. He knows how to push people around.
Good drive there.
Yep.
8 seconds to go.
Keep doing it. Use this 8 seconds to set the tone for the second period.
Let's go, Dawson. 8. Keep him down.
The forward, get behind his arm. Oh, my gosh.
Able to hang on to the leg. And
Nope.
they're going to say 1 point escape.
Boy, that's a trash call.
That one was tough. You can hear from the crowd. They didn't think that happened.
Yeah, I think he was talked into it. If he would have been closer to our bench, he wouldn't have made that call.
So that's twice now Valley City able to get those nanosecond points. I don't know if that's a statistic, but we're going to make it one tonight.
Next gen stats there.
Next gen. Well, I mean, if you and I are calling a match, it's probably 2 generations ago. As we see,
Dawson.
an escape there. So now 4-2.
Dawson, he's got to stay square to him. You don't want to. You don't want to turn your hips towards the guy in the neutral position unless you're executing in some sort of attack. So right here, he needs to keep his hips square. Oh my gosh.
So 1:25 to go.
Folks, this is edge of the seat, baby. He needs to pull his head down on the head.
Let's see if all the conditioning from football and into wrestling is going to pay off here. Dawson looking like he's putting his hands on his knees every time he can, but 1 minute to go in the second. We need something out of him.
So when you see Dawson's hand come up, it's like an underhook is when you're scooping under the other guy's armpit to get under his arm. Dawson keeps scooping up an underhook, but his other hand he can use to pull his head down. So every time he scoops up an underhook, smash his head down.
40 seconds to go here in the second. 4-2 Highliner advantage.
Okay, now pull his head down. I'm fairly confident this kid will fall over.
There you go. And he does spin him around.
Yeah.
And he gets the 2-point takedown with 12 seconds to go.
Most of you guys
big and deep for that one. Riding him on the back here now.
get to the side with a half Nelson.
2 seconds to go. And we are all tied up going into the third. You said this might be the match of the night. Well, hey, all fresh going into 3. Neutral position. What do you think, Chris?
Pull his head down. I've been beating that drum. He's tired. Make him feel the snap. And then one time when you go to snap, he's going to stand up straight. You hit the same double leg because he's worried about getting his head pulled down on the mat. So pull, fake a pull and shoot. Judging by how tired they look, my guess is that the next guy that gets on top is in a good spot.
Well, at a neutral position start, too. This is, who's got anything left in the tank, and it does look, for a moment, could have gone either way. And then,
oh my God, you got to get your leg back, Dawson.
If he can kick his leg around. Get around, get around.
Push his head down.
There you go. And that 104.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah! Onto his back.
Get on your toes! Get on your
Yes!
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Hands up in the air for Dawson Goldie. Wow! What a turn of events in the third here, Chris. You saw a couple times Goldie go put his hands on his knees. You didn't know what was in the tank. Hey, man, you said he's an offensive guard. He won a state title earlier. That was probably one of the highlights of his wrestling career, wouldn't you agree?
Good pay. Competed hard, right? That's all you can ask. Okay, now we got Theron and the other Schuldice, the other brother. Sawyer wrestled the one brother, now we got the other one.
Need some water.
I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Do that.
If Theron pins this kid, the roof's going to go off the building.
Take. Spin.
And Theron is a different wrestler than a month ago already, isn't he?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll put it this way.
You're good.
If this duel would have happened the first part of the year, they wouldn't have bumped this kid up.
Take a
Okay,
shot.
this is their one of their better upper weights. They're bumping him up because they think Theron can win. They think Theron is a good wrestler, and they want to put their best wrestler against one of our good guys.
Let's go, Theron.
To say he's a different kid than he was 2 months ago is a massive understatement. He worked hard. He's competing hard.
And you see the footwork that, obviously made him one of the best football players in the state of North Dakota. Just, from the beginning when we first called a few of those matches, he was real tentative. That doesn't exist anymore on his wrestling style. He's ready to get you.
And it's almost, the best part is he's probably got a smile on his face. Every match ends with him smiling.
That is true.
He competes hard. Sometimes he wins. Sometimes he's got a belly out.
Valley City does strike first 2-0 here. 44 seconds to go in the first.
I would like the smile tonight to be associated with.
Yeah, let's have it go the other direction.
Schuldice tough here. He's a big kid. Darren's got to work, like we talked about, work his hips underneath him. Hips and knees underneath him. Oh, so you're saying to yourself, they're out of bounds. Well, if either wrestler's toes are still in bounds, the action can continue. Anything that could happen in the middle of the mat is still, he was awarded near fall because technically they were still in bounds. They were out of the circle but still in bounds.
So now 5-0.
Darren defers. Schuldice is going up.
Come on, Darren, it's all you.
So now into the second.
Keep coming up like we talked about.
An escape here would be pretty pivotal.
Certainly a good confidence boost for Theron. Now keep coming up.
And you can hear the coaches, get to your knees.
Keep battling, buddy. Keep battling here.
And that one he does get all the way around. You see Theron fighting.
Keep tight.
Almost
Keep
kicking
fighting.
out.
Keep fighting,
Almost
buddy.
kicking out. Oh.
Okay. Kudos to Schuldice. He came up and wrestled. Bigger kid. Did what his team asked him to do. Theron did a good job, man. He battled.
Valley City does answer after the Galdi pin. They are able to get a pin of their own, so now we're sitting 16-9 in favor of Valley City here. With a handful of matches to go. No team able to take that extra lead that says to the other team, well, this is going to be over early. It's not.
Yep, settle in. Get a refill on your beverage if that was your.
For the Mustangs, Brandon DeLorme.
So this is Brenton DeLorme. And obviously, this is a weight that normally there's a kid you're familiar with wrestling at. So
If you thought I got excited during Dawson's match, just wait until my kid wrestles. My kid tonight. But so Colton Griebel, super tough. Currently ranked number 1 in the state. Branton, this is a match where we talked about battling. Okay, you got to battle for yourself and for the team every second you're out there.
So 2-0, 1:24 to go in the first. And he is able to get him over onto his back. And he does able to fight momentarily to get out of there. And that's what you're talking about right there.
Yep, that just keep battling. Be the best you can be. And whatever that you is, that's just be it.
Gets him to his back again. Keep fighting.
Come on, Brent, know where you're at. Battle out of bounds. Although Colton's got about a 36-inch inseam, so.
And that'll do it. So back-to-back pins here by Valley City. Gets him a 22-9 advantage.
Okay, our turn. 113.
Now it's Stetson's turn.
Let's go, Stetson.
Up next at 113 pounds of the Highlanders, Tyson Fargo from Mustangs, Stetson Gisselbeck.
Good job.
Stetson's 25-6 on the season.
Okay. What I'm seeing right now that I like is a sense of urgency.
Let's go, Stetson.
We can all see the scoreboard, right? We're down. We need the best out of our guys right now. And Stetson is wrestling like he's going to go get it. There's no, he's not waiting around.
So 2-0.
Go, Stetson, go.
And it does look like he's going to be able to get him to his back here. And this is going to be with 1:30 to go.
Get that arm
One of those positions where, like us, Valley City is going to have to fight real hard to not make this one end early.
Yep. Bring his
Stetson looking to do his job.
Stetson, get on your toes.
You missed it.
Get on your toes.
Still driving to the shoulder.
Relax right here. You got a minute 10.
Plenty of time.
Finish it.
You need to get chest to chest and get perpendicular. You're not going to pin people when you're parallel.
And he's able to sneak away.
Okay, now here's the game right now, right? If you're Claybo and you just got taken down and put on your back for 45 seconds, you might see how it's going to go. Stetson, when he puts him to his back, has got to put him away.
So 5-0 here now. 40 seconds to go. And he's going to try to roll him over again. He turns him, almost gets him around.
Right side.
30 to go here in the first, 5-0.
Twenty seconds to go.
Good, lock up a cradle. Take that head down.
And I
knee.
think
There
he
you
did
go.
get the hands almost locked. It looks like it's close.
Keep force it. There.
And then he got it. 8 seconds to go.
Okay.
He did lock. We'll see if we get those nanosecond points. And good fight there, but they're going to award him a couple more. 7-0, but is this one where we need Stetson to get a pin?
Yes.
So he probably knows his assignment. He knows what he's got to do.
That's why he picked top, right? He's already up 7-0. You feel good about going neutral here. Took him down fairly quickly. You feel good about going bottom. He's looking for the pin. You're going to hear Lex say it's got to be tight, and that's
Stetson does have 7 pins on the season.
there. Okay, now minute 45. You need to lock everything up tight. You need to make sure everything is in the right spot. Get on your toes. Make them carry your weight for as long as it takes.
See if those.
There
we go. And Chris, it's as you said. He knew his job. He wasn't going to mess around there. Able to get the pin, so that gets us 15-22 now. Jackson Alexander up next for the Mustangs.
If you're a fan of action, forward wrestling, somebody that puts the pressure on, this Valley City kid is a treat to watch. There is zero passivity, zero backing up. Jackson, in this situation, that's one thing you know about this. He's going to come towards you, right?
Yep.
So you don't have to figure out, am I going to try and shoot while he's backing up, which usually doesn't work. Koya is going to come towards you. Yep. Jackson, just keep wrestling. Like we talked, be the best you can be right now. Keep battling, Jackson, buddy. Come on.
Oh, he does get turned there. And Highliners with another pin here, 28-15 now. 13-point advantage. Five matches to go, so it's not bad to put a little pressure on the boy here to say, hey, we need something get going, right?
You know what? That is the last. I would not do that, Carter. I don't know why he's backing up. You need to take the action to her. Okay, zero. I don't care. He thought he was going to wrestle Tucker Johnson, right?
Okay.
They had a close match before. He's probably looking over when Tucker still had a T-shirt on, and he looked over and said, "Well, crap, I don't get to wrestle Tucker."
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Still got to do your job.
Go wrestle the person that's out on the mat.
And that's got to be the team mentality of it. Do your job, right?
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
everybody's got to do their part, and right now it's Carter's job. So 2-0 advantage here. 1:15 to go in the first.
He's got to crank this and make it tight. Good.
And the shoulder does get spun underneath, and that could be
He's got
what he needs to get done.
He's got it. Yeah. Just
Good pressure on the back now.
Oh my gosh, how long has he got to pin her?
There you go. That looks to be it. And it is.
Jeez. Come
Well,
on.
you said you were going to get excited when your own boy was wrestling, and hey,
he did
his job,
He did a good
in
job.
short order. First period pin there for Carter Zink.
So
And this one's going to be Xander, and I think there's going to be a little bit of a special recognition going into this one. If I'm not mistaken, Xander was able to get his 100th. Is that correct?
Yes. You can't see me on the stream, but I look confused right now because obviously we shifted our lineup up, right? Kellen went 160 where he's normally 152. So now Xander's a 132-pounder. I'm curious to see how we're going to, because Valley City is also doing some different things with their lineup.
A lot of strategy in this one.
Yeah.
They know what's on the line, so.
Let's go, Xander.
All right. Hey, my guess is we're going to see Mason Johnson. He's gonna move into the spot that, not necessarily move into Kellen's spot because I think they'll bump Connor up. But I'm curious to see who Mason's going to wrestle then for Valley City.
So 2-0 advantage, and he does turn here.
Minute 20.
Xander is 26-9 on the season with 22 pins.
Yo.
He does lead the team in pins.
Yo. Okay, he's got to. Yeah. I'm not going to tell the kid that leads the team in pins how to pin somebody. I'll let him do the job. I will implore the referee to call the pins a little faster, though. Seems like he's. We're not seeing. I'll just leave it at this. We're not seeing the same thing on some of those pins.
I think that might do it right there.
Okay, so
Applying the pressure to the left shoulder of the highliner.
I wonder if Tucker Johnson is hurt.
And that'll do it. So And just like that, now we're sitting 27-28.
What do we got? 138, 3 matches to go, folks.
3 matches to go. We got 138, 145, and 152.
It's almost like Aaron and I know what we're talking about. We said it was going to be a tight duel. Okay.
That's the key, though. Almost know. Just enough to fool the person that doesn't
That's right.
really know.
10% rule. 10% smarter than what you're working with.
So this is Mason Johnson wrestling for the Mustangs here. You know, obviously with 3 matches to go, and we know some lineups are going to, you know, maybe shift a little bit for both sides here. If the Mustangs were able to take advantage of this and you know, take the lead, does that change the momentum, the kind of the sound of the room? Or does everybody know the context?
No, you know, you feed off the energy. Oh my gosh, Marcus, what are you doing?
A little bit of a mistake there, and
I think he slipped on the mat.
he might have.
Yeah, certainly. You know, you heard the energy before. You heard the crowd.
1:10 to go.
Okay, Marcus.
See if Mason can get out of this here. At least award an escape here. Get this thing back to a little bit more to level. A couple of unfortunate mistakes there, I think, by Mason were, you know, atypical stuff.
Up, Mason!
My mistake. This is actually Marcus. I thought I heard at the table Mason, but
a couple things that I haven't seen out of Marcus there. He
26 seconds to go in the first here.
Or is that?
You know, I think it is Mason. You know, my eyes are, you know, we're too far away.
Oh, well, someone might comment on age that way too. But yep, that a boy. Come on, Mace.
I think it is Mason.
There we go.
There you go. I'll tell my producer to take the graphic off because I think Zink doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Our guys notched up here 2-2.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
We do know the last name is Johnson. Can we make a graphic that says that over there?
Eric and
I'll
Joey's
let my producer
kid.
get on that. So.
Eric and Joey's kid. Fortunately, I get paid for how much I know. So
2-2 going into the second here. You do feel the arena, the gym's getting a little tense.
Yeah.
Break him flat. Break him flat, Mason. Keep it.
You can hear Lundy yelling, "Be patient, be patient."
You know, if
waiting for his opportunity.
If you're Mason, you're a long, strong kid. You need to continue to exert leverage on him. And like we talked about earlier, we'll make them carry your weight. And then after that, I would say be opportunistic. If the kid's elbow comes up in the air, you put on a half Nelson. If his head comes to his knee, you put on a cradle. But you can create those opportunities by putting pressure on him, making them wrestle the whole 6 minutes.
So 1:05 to go.
Yep, he's got to know where he's at. You can look down and see the out-of-bounds line.
And he's going to ask for a new start. 45 seconds to go. Still knotted up at 2.
Mace, take him out of bounds there, buddy. There you go. Okay, 30 seconds to go.
Pulling him back in.
Still 2-2. As you're thinking strategy here is moving forward, obviously we want to turn him and pin him. If that's not possible, Mason's going to have his choice in the third period, right? So we want to keep him down here. We want to go into the third tied. You go into the third tied and you have your choice. You got to think you're in a pretty good spot, right? So
10 seconds to go here, and
Keep them down.
The other piece here, Chris, was Valley City had to wear the weight of them the whole time, and does that play into the third? That's the question.
100%. We talked about it for multiple matches now. Oh, we took up? Man,
all right.
I am too into this match. I can't keep things straight. Okay, so Valley City chooses neutral. I stand corrected again. Their choice in the third.
I don't know if you've ever been wrong twice in a night before. So this is hey, we said this program's making history. We're going to do it here too.
Mistakes keep piling up, baby.
1:40 to go here in the third.
As we start to count my mistakes, Mustang Media is currently taking applications for a color commentator for wrestling. They'll have the broadcast.
Oh, don't kid yourself. We were looking to replace you long before that. So 1.5 to go in the third. This is going to be
on his head, Mace.
Highlanders up one.
That's not your spot. You got to wrestle out of that spot. That's not your spot. Oh, up,
get up.
Don't pull him on your head.
And there you go. That's huge. Minute 8 to go here. Mustangs up 4-2. Pivotal moment in the match. Pivotal moment in the duel.
Okay. Now earlier in the match. We talked about risk taking. We got a 2-point lead here in a pretty pivotal match. You want to tell your kids to wrestle aggressively, but you want to wrestle within yourself at this point.
And the escape's not going to kill you at this point, but certainly want to wear that weight on him and wear him out. Only 38 to go.
Keep grinding. Put your feet in the mat and push forward. Put his weight on his hands.
There we go. Push right back down. Nice job.
It's just further to get
driving
up
with the shoulder. 24 to go in the third.
No, get behind his arms, Mason.
There you go. He heard you.
He's looking up at the clock.
11 seconds to go here, trying to climb to the edge of the Highlanders. And he drives him right back down. And you see the Mustangs stand up in appreciation for finishing off that match.
Good job. Valley City started off with a takedown. Mason comes back and gets the next 4 for the win.
So that changes things here now. Mustangs take a 2-point advantage on the team score. 30-28. 2 matches to go. You said it was going to be close? The only way we can make it closer is 1 point, not 2.
So now the aforementioned Marcus Johnson.
This is Marcus Johnson.
I tried so hard to call his brother Marcus.
Does grab the ankle there, holding on, hanging on.
Oh, boy.
Not the position he wants to be in. Let's see if he's able to crawl out of it. Nothing.
Okay. Now on the way.
And they're going to just say, "Hey, we want to restart."
Now I would, if I was Marcus, I'd take 1 step back and not start. Take a deep breath. Or not.
That's a good shot there, and drives him down, and I think
bury him with a double
first takedown. Pushing on that shoulder.
Stay in bounds, Marcus.
And I think he's.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this could be huge.
Stay in bounds. Okay, minute 15. That kid's smart.
Sneaking away.
Yep. Pull it
but
pull
does
it back
get
in,
back
Marcus.
in a little bit. 1:04 to go in the first. Locks that arm in. Rolls to his back.
Oh, Jesus, just cranking the heck out of his arm.
50 seconds
Marcus,
to go.
Get on your toes. That a boy.
And I think that could be. And it is a pin by Marcus Johnson. And you see hugs and appreciation from all around. And that puts the Mustangs up 8 going into the last match of the night. Oh, and rides the momentum right into that. Immediately 2 points. And you got everybody over there on their feet cheering for the Mustangs. A pin by Mansky finishes it off tonight for the home team. The Mustangs come away victorious 42-28. History, Chris Zink.
Yeah.
It's not often that we get you speechless on here, but how exciting was that?
That was good stuff. I think you could make the argument top to bottom. That was as well as our team has wrestled this year. Kudos to the kids, kudos to the coaches. They understood the situation, and they came and they wanted to be the best versions of themselves. So I think they were. So
tonight, history made. Win the first night of the 84-0. Obviously, Red River doesn't bring in the pedigree that Valley City. The more impressive one has to be this victory right here.
Yeah.
Taking down Valley City, the perennial powerhouse in the East.
Yep, good job. Man, we had some kids wrestle with heart and wrestle extremely well tonight. So kudos to them. Coaches had them ready. Each team had at least one of their starters out, from what I could tell.
And that's the other thing. We talked a little bit behind both teams trying to jockey their guys and to put themselves in the best position. You said, hey, credit to the coaches. They probably put a lot of thought in how they were jockeying this to make it work through injury, through having some guys wrestle in positions that maybe they normally weren't in, and yet tonight they met the bell.
Yep. I know. In speaking with the coaches, I know they put a lot of thought into their lineup. I know they put a lot of thought into matchups, and basically put thought into the giving your kids the best chance they can to succeed. So
that'll do it for Mustang Media. We are going to stick around here. I think they are going to throw a couple maybe more JV matches. We're going to get off the broadcast side of things, but we're going to let you guys see the video versions of these last few matches here. So I'm going to give you final thoughts here, Zink, because this is a long time coming for this program. These boys have been building toward this moment. Certainly that you hope this isn't the crescendo moment of the season. There's a lot of wrestling left. There's 2.5 weeks left in the season, but they're positioning themselves now, and this is one of those keystone moments that really kind of says, hey, we're getting there. We're not arrived yet, but we're getting close.
Yep. Yeah. So you want the upward trajectory, right? And hopefully this isn't the top of the mountain, but gosh darn it, they're headed in the right direction. They're doing the right things. They're training hard, and you need these moments to take the next step, right? You can't. If we wouldn't have made state duels last year, I don't know that things would have shaken out this way this year, because the kids believe, right?
Yep.
Last year we beat the Packers for the first time, and basically that duel qualified us for state. Okay, now the kids come into this year believing, hey guys, we're right there.
Keep climbing, and
they train like it, and you start to believe. And we talked about how much of a match is mental. Well, there's a lot of mental that goes into your training too, because you got to believe you can train hard. You got to believe you want to train like a champion, and then you have opportunities like this and have the opportunity to capitalize.
And they did that tonight. The Mustangs come away victorious. They steal that number 1 seed. They're standing alone at the top of the EDC tournament for the first time in program history. And we were here to witness it. We love the excitement. We appreciate all the fans in the stands. We appreciate all of you watching at home. So for Aaron Knodel,
Chris Zink,
we'll catch you next time.
Maybe get some pickles. Shayla. And then it. Apparently the parents are storming the mat. They're storming. They're all running out on the mat after their shift ends. Come on, Shayla! Come on, Shayla. Come on, Shayla!
Hey, your team go. Your team go.
This is so exciting. Go, Shayla! Let's go, Shayla. Good job, Shayla.
Final score, Cheyenne's shoulder to Blair over LEC's Computing Thursday, 4-0.
Come on, Daniel.
Up next,
Let's go, Daniel.
LEC, Hunter Hundo. For Cheyenne, Daniel Reyes. City's Hunter Undam over Cheyenne's Daniel Reyes. Up next for Valley City and in Bulow for the Mustangs, Katie Mansky.
Let's go, Kaden! Good job, Kaden! Squeeze it down, squeeze it down. Go, Kaden! Let's go, Kaden! Hips down. Hips down, Kaden. Come on, Kaden. Come on, Kaden.
Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Got to get you on camera too.
Today, there is no room for defeat. Today, when the lights drop, nobody on this team will doubt that we did enough, practiced enough, pushed their teammates enough. You do not shine under the bright lights. The bright lights only reveal the work you have done in the dark. Everyone is in this together. Today, it takes the entire herd to be stable.